The Adolf Hitler, who we're told is such a mass criminal, he had in his hands two poison gases, Tabun, T-A-B-U-N, and Sarin, S-A-R-I-N. These are nerve gases, against which none of the Allies had any defense. Yet Hitler ordered that these poison gases were not to be used because Germany had signed the Geneva Convention. We're up against contradictions here, which historians should long ago have investigated. Believe me, in 30 years working in the archives, even if I didn't find it, somebody else would have found one line of evidence, and I've offered rewards, £1,000 for anyone who can find one line of evidence. You expect that in the chain of command from, say, Hitler or Himmler, right down to the man who is actually pulling the lever, there would be so many people involved, like the guy who sits down and writes out the teletype message at one end, and the guy who receives it at the other end, and there are 20 copies at each end, and then even if all those messages are destroyed in the official files, somebody's going to be writing home to his mother saying, "We've been doing something awful. I can't tell you what it is." There's going to be some shred of paper. Somebody's writing a diary, Dr. Goebbels or Hans Frank or someone, and they can't find it. And it should be there, because all Hitler's other crimes are there. Euthanasia. There's his actual order with his signature on it. It was issued sometime in the summer of 1940, but he backdated it to the first day of the war. Hitler's euthanasia order is in the files with the signature on it. The order to kill the Russian commissars after the campaign in Russia began, the commissars, which were the kind of political officers attached to the Russian armed forces. Hitler ordered they were all to be liquidated, and that order is documented in the military files of the day. His order to kill British commandos, which of course is a particularly sore point for Canadians. That Hitler order of October 1942 is in the files. It's a criminal order and is adequately documented. His order for killing of the male population of Stalingrad if they succeeded in capturing Stalingrad. That is recorded in the private diary of General Halder, H-A-L-D-E-R. So all these other Hitler, the order to lynch Allied airmen in May 1944, that was also a Hitler order, and that's also there. This raises the interesting question: what kind of character was Hitler that he would unhesitatingly issue orders which are crimes under international law, like the order to kill prisoners, and yet he ordered that on no account was poison gas to be used because it would have conflicted with the Geneva Convention, although he could undoubtedly have turned, for example, the course of the Normandy battle. At the time the Normandy beachhead had been established in July 1944, and it was about to break, the Allied force was about to break out, he could have wiped out the entire Normandy beachhead using the nerve gases, against which we had no gas masks. He could have won the war. He could have pulled out the Panzer Division, sent them back to the Eastern Front, mopped up the Eastern Front in 2 months, 3 months, and won the war. But he didn't.